Well, is there anything special you want to tell us about your art or your paintings or?
I didn't know it was art. It's just something I like to do. It got the name art from somebody else. I painted all my life ever since I can remember, since I've been big enough. Well, before I learned how to write. And Mama would hold my hand and show me how to draw things that she knew how to draw.
Helen LaFrance is a contemporary American artist who was born in 1919 in Graves County, Western Kentucky. She's been described as a regional Southern artist, an African American artist, a female artist, a self-taught artist, an outsider artist due to her lack of formal training and relative isolation from the cultural mainstream, and as a folk artist, best known for her memory paintings that capture a disappearing lifestyle of the rural South. American folk art has always had a tradition of making images that were meant to capture memory. Simply put, memory painting is one person's reminiscences set down on canvas or board or tin, shaped by a lifetime of experiences. Helen LaFrance has the great ability to connect with the viewer emotionally through memories they both share. Her remarkable sense of time and place resonates with the emotions and memory of the viewer, pulling him in. Helen LaFrance is the rare artist who is able to work in more than one medium.
My mother had to walk.
She is an exceptional painter, a wood carver, a quilter, and a biblical interpreter. But her real talent is her way of sensing the world and painting what she sees. And her landscapes and genre and domestic scenes strike emotional chords. Helen LaFrance grew up in the rural South under Jim Crow, the laws that mandated racial segregation and systemized disadvantaged social, economic, and educational conditions for African Americans in the United States between 1876 and 1965. Helen was 10 years old when the stock market crashed. She lived through the Great Depression. She witnessed World War II, Korea and Vietnam, and the Civil Rights Movement. She saw a changing tobacco industry and the great migration of African Americans to the north and southern urban cities when it was becoming increasingly difficult to make a living off the land in the South. On canvas, Helen paints the traditions of family and church and the values she grew up with. Recollections of a time gone by are a rich source of inspiration that subtly draws the viewer into that time and place. Helen shows us coon hunts, people quilting, fishing, planting, picking cotton and tobacco. The circus that came to town. She enlivens the barn dances, fish fries, family reunions and church picnics at the church where her community gathered together for both religious and secular life. The very church where her people are buried. Her blend of personal history, folk tradition, and expressive artistry makes Helen LaFrance a unique and thus important contemporary woman artist. It individualizes her from anyone else. Helen LaFrance was interviewed most recently at age 98, and she was still painting.